Happy Easter. Christ is truly risen. I hope that you're all having a wonderful day, that you all had a wonderful celebration of Christ's resurrection. You know, I'm a person who likes things to change very quickly. You know, I wish that a lot of the things in which we are struggling with right now, with the pandemic, the social distancing, wanting to get things back to normal, I must say that if you're like me who doesn't have a lot of patience, we wish that the best Easter gift could be that God would change things just like that and we can get back to how things normally were. Or whatever we may face in our lives, sometimes we wish that God would change it in a particular way. If we're truly going to say that Christ is risen and that God can overcome evil or overcome whatever we're struggling with in our life, why doesn't God just change it? And I think that's really one of the things that I've really prayed about over this Easter Triduum and at this moment of Easter. I'm going to share with you a quote in which I kind of used for my own reflection for the Easter Vigil, in which I had to preach on, in which says, God does not give us everything we want, but he does fulfill his promises, leading us along the best and straightest paths to himself. I think if there's anything that Easter can really teach us this year in a really special way, is that God is faithful. He's faithful to his promises. And that's a theme in which we hear over and over again in the scriptures. Right from Adam and Eve to Abraham, to Moses in the Red Sea, to the people in Israel, to the signs and the words that he gave to his own apostles. God is faithful to his promises. And yet we see that God does not give us everything we want just like that. Yet at the same time, God is faithful to his promises, and throughout the difficult moments, the good moments together, God is working out the best for those who love him. And God does not abandon us. I think that's a real challenge for us as we celebrate this Easter season of how to reconcile these two things. That God may not work exactly on our timeline, on our will, do exactly what we want him to do. And yet, the inner truth, the most basic truth of Easter, is that God is faithful. God will fulfill his promises, that God is still with us, and that God will take care of us even in the darkest of moments. So let us pray that this Easter season we can grow in our faith, we can grow in our relationship with God, and we can come to know in our lives that God is truly faithful to his promises. Hope that you have a wonderful day. Continue to follow us on social media, and I hope that you have a wonderful Easter season.